Okay, good morning, first and second grade. Today, I want you to make sure that you have resource page 5 out, which should be complete. I really enjoyed going through and reading through your characters that you created. That was very fun for me, so thank you. You guys are all very creative, and you should have resource page 8 out. Now, yours will be blank. I filled mine out because I'm going to go through it with you today, but I want you to make sure that you have both of these pages out, okay? So, to get started today, we are going to get started with our story plan and our plot and our story, or our problem and solution. So, in the previous lessons that we talked about, you've planned a character for your story, and yesterday we talked about different problem and solution plots. And so, today with our lesson, we are going to plan the story that we want to write about our character. So, our stories will tell about a problem that our character has and how the problem will be solved. Okay, so I obviously have my character here. I just want to go through mine again with you, right? So my character's Pete. He's a pigeon. He's gray and white. He is happy, friendly, and lazy. He likes to hang out at the park, being fed by people. His favorite food is popcorn. He dislikes eating worms like other birds. He dislikes being alone, and he lives in Grand Park. Okay, so that is my character plan. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of think aloud and go through my process of figuring out a possible problem and solution that I could have for my character. So when I think of something, and I'm just going to flip this over right now because we don't really need to be thinking about that right now. When I'm thinking of my character, so I have Pete, his name is Pete. He's a pigeon. I said that he likes to hang out at the park, but I'm not sure. Maybe if the problem would be that he couldn't go to the park, I guess that could be a problem, but I'm not sure what would stop him from going to the park, so maybe that's not a good idea. Instead, maybe the problem could be that he can no longer get popcorn, his favorite food. Maybe the park where he lives, there's a popcorn stand in the park, but it's closed for the season. So, to solve the problem, I guess Pete would need to find a new place to get popcorn. Where else could he go to get popcorn? Well, a movie theater has popcorn, but a bird wouldn't go there. That would be silly. I know where he could go. He could move to a zoo because zoos sell popcorn. So let's look at my story plan. I made my story plan based off of what I was just thinking in my mind, right? This chart, right, that we use is for creating our stories, going through them, organizing them. So we have a title, we have the beginning, the middle, and the end, because we know that all of our stories need a beginning, a middle, and an end, okay? So you are going to be filling out this chart today, just like I did. So I'm going to go through what I filled out for my story plan. Now, I put the title. If you don't know what you want your story to be yet, I suggest you make your title last. So make the title, even though it's the top thing on your page, do this as the last thing on your page or at the end, okay? So my beginning, now notice they have parentheses here after beginning, middle, and end. These are little clues or hints to you as to what you should include in these boxes. So in the beginning, I need to show my main character and my setting. My setting is where my story takes place. So my main character is Pete, and he is a happy pigeon. So remember, we don't write in complete sentences. This is just a way to organize our thoughts, okay? So Pete is a happy pigeon. Where does the setting take place? He lives in Grand Park. And then I just included a little bit more. People feed him and he loves popcorn. Those were two things from my likes on my character plan. Now for the middle, I need to tell the problem that the character has. Well, the problem is that no one feeds Pete popcorn because the popcorn stand is closed for the season. So this makes Pete very unhappy because he can't eat his favorite food. Maybe some of you have favorite foods at restaurants right now that you can't eat because you can't go there, right? So maybe you kind of feel like Pete, you're unhappy about it. And then the end, you have to tell the solution and last events. So how was the problem solved? That's what we call the solution and last events. So Pete searches for popcorn. He sees people eating popcorn at the zoo, and he solves his problem, and his last event is that he makes the zoo his new home. So he moves from the park and moves into the zoo because the zoo has plenty of popcorn. Okay, so that was just a very brief way to show you what I expect today. You are going to be using these 2 pages, your story plan and your character plan. Your character plan should be done. You're filling out your story plan. Remember, so I forgot to mention this. Now you need a title. I decided that my title would be Pete's New Home because he moves from one home to another, okay? So I'm not going to give you a requirement of how much you need to write in each box. You just need to make sure that you list the main character in the setting, some of their likes, the problem for the character, the solution, and the last events. How's the story going to end? And make sure you have your title. So you are going to be filling out your story plan today. When you are done, I want you to take a picture of it, upload it to the Turn-In Bin, and tomorrow we will get started on writing our beginning paragraph, or I should say typing our beginning paragraph. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.